Part 1 on the attack on my liver is done, but now part 2 is coming up, so I'm excited. I really don't know, nor really don't care, but enough about my health condition. First off, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. First one, are you an inspiring filmmaker who wants to show their work on the big screen for millions to see? Second question, are you willing to sacrifice everything to make your creation come to life? Lastly, are you willing to be in constant fear and state of depression until your film can see the light of day? Well, if you answer yes to these 3 questions, then watch this documentary because your dreams and hope will be in the balance of an anonymous group that can either pass your film or keep you waiting and waiting till your last bit of dignity loses it and yet to cave in on what the group says. This film is not yet rated. It's about directors who tried to show their hard work onto movie theaters but were stopped by the MPAA because their movies were too sexual content or too violent or didn't follow the rater's guideline. Not only it interviewed many notable directors, movie critics, and even ex-members of the MPAA board who reviewed movies and gave that little PG or R rating, but the film director itself is trying to get a rating for the documentary he's shooting, which is the film we're talking about right now. That's the don't worry, it's gonna get better when you watch it. Well, the film starts with the history of the MPAA, which stands for Motion Picture Association of America, and how it changed the movie industry forever. And the person who created the film rating system was Jack Valenti, who passed away in 2007. Rest in peace. Now, what you're seeing here is a big-ass list of directors who got pinged for their art being labeled NR-17 the first time, and then had to comply with the board's demand, or the film wouldn't get an advertising budget, the studios can sue the directors, or simply all that hard work will be tossed in the garbage. So yeah, you're kind of getting the idea of the MPAA, and once again, I'm rambling off because even though their influence is from big-time movie studios, it doesn't attack independent filmmakers, but it also attacks directors who are in the game for many years with well-known actors. And yeah, once again, I'm rambling off. I'm gonna go back on topic. As I stated before, the director, which his name sounds like an innuendo, is interviewing directors who got the NR-17 rating at first, but then had to appeal and do some editing. The films that are being discussed are the following: Boys Don't Cry, The Cooler, But I'm a Cheerleader, A Dirty Shame, American Psycho, Gunner's Palace. Well, technically that one got an R rating but was lowered to a PG-13, and Team America World Police, to name a few. While Dick is shedding the light on these films, he hires a private investigator to find out who are these people that are giving ratings to these films. Little by little, he finds a group of people, except for one. You gotta keep this in mind. He had to send this tape to the MPAA for a rating approval, so revealing the identity of this secretive group in his documentary, well, let's just say they're not going to be happy campers. With the investigation completed, he has the balls to send it to MPAA and got an NR-17 right off the bat. And his appeal was a bit sour due to the investigation and the film resembling the equivalence of a softcore pornography. The good thing about this film is that it stays on point, and sure, there are some flashy animations to get you the idea of what the movie ratings are from G to NR-17 and the occasional sexual themed content in every 20 minutes of the film, but it does make a point despite the constant humping, close shots of tits and ass, and female orgasm, which I'm not opposed. But then again, if you're trying to make a point, at least make it so I'm having an erection all the way through the end of the film. Yeah, too much information. Let's continue. Oh, whoops. The other perk of this film is that you get to see why the film got an NR-17 on the first review, and the main reason was sexual content, but the film directors compare and contrast their work to other work that their scenes were slightly more sexual but got slapped with a rated R. The other topic I wanted the director to cover was violence, because with Gunner's Palace, a film I yet need to see, got an R rating at first but then overturned to a PG-13, and this was the only time they dealt with violence. The rest was sex, which once again, I'm not against it. Hell, I enjoyed the film because of the topic, not because of the sexual content. I'm kind of lying to myself. God damn it, your movie sucks. Why did you recommend me this film? But speaking of them, check out the work there. He's actually pretty great. So yeah. Well, Overall, this documentary tells you how movies can be censored and be manipulated so that the American public doesn't get traumatized, and the hardships of each director that had to go through from a simple reshoot to a make it or break it appeal. The film does a great job explaining the history and staying on point, with some help from the people who have experience or works in the industry. On the plus side, you got some noticeable people that I can recognize, obviously, in this documentary, from Matt Stone, John Waters, and Kevin Smith. So, once again, if you're a filmmaker and still want to pursue your careers and following the footsteps of your heroes, go ahead, but you might want to check out this flick, not only because I want to kill your dreams, don't worry about that, the board members will do that for you, but really it's a cautionary tale and a warning when you're actually trying to express your ideas. But then again, why would any filmmaker is gonna watch this review? It's like I'm yelling at the wind right now. Otherwise, watch it for the spy vibe, great cameos, and some porno scenes. I mean, fuck. Censorship, it's also censorship. Fuck. Man, I can feel this review is gonna get flagged, but yeah, until then, we'll meet again. I hope to God.